I'm out here in my shop, and we're gonna go ahead and cut some shielding for the RF for the SO239 connections. We want to make sure that we have it shielded correctly, and I'm going to go ahead and mark up some tin here, and get all of our measurements, and then we're going to cut this metal the way we need it, and then we'll go from there. And let's go 20 out here. Get all of our bends accurate here. We're going to try to make a cut and then make all of our bends to coincide with that. I'll tell you what, let's do this here too. Of course, we need some good tin snips to get this done. Let's be very careful. Of course, it is sharp. Okay. And then we're going to cut these corners out, which I should have marked. I didn't mark that here. But we're going to cut these corners have to be cut out for the folds. And in fact, we can leave them in and just turn them inward, and then put a bead of solder around it, and that way it'll seal the corners a little better. Okay, we'll do this right here, same way. All right, and let's go ahead and do this right here also. To get all the folds. So there's what you got right there. And this part here is going to make up the shield for our complete our job here. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We're trying to do it by hand, and then we'll all we're going to do is fold them down. I'll show you the folds after I get them done, and we'll continue the video. Okay. All right. Here's the box. I got to do some soldering yet. Got to solder it up on the ends and stuff, but once you get all the folds in place, pretty much folds together. It's heavy enough, and we're gonna put a tab on here for a grounding strap, and got to shape it a little bit more when I get inside the house. But for the most part, it's where it should be, and we're going to go ahead and get it all soldered together and put some solder right on the ends here, so all the ends will be sealed up nice, and everything will be covered up nice and make it look really good. Anyway, okay, we've cut 2 holes in here for shields, and we're going to go ahead and we'll weld a ground wire on this cover and ground it to the chassis, and that should shield it up pretty good for the SO239s. And I'm going to put one inside and ground it to one of the straps, so we'll have a good shielded connection. Okay. I did put this shield on here. This is to protect from any external RF signals I didn't have on earlier, so I decided to incorporate that into this build. Some upgrades I'm doing to the build. I also changed the lid, but we're going to go ahead and finish this right here. And as you can see, I've bent all these edges down and soldered everything, so everything's nice and tight. And we're going to go ahead and put the grounding shield on top, and then we'll just pretty much tack it in place with some hot glue along the top. And the lid should set right down and set right on top of that lid, right, that shield right there, if we don't have any issues. So I'm hoping that will work out okay. We're gonna go ahead and put a solder tag right there. And as I talked about earlier, you bring the right gun to the job. In this case, we're going to use this gun, which is a lot bigger gun, a lot more heat, and we're going to attack it. Since we're going to the sheet metal, it's just a better gun for the job. And in fact, let me put a little bit of flux right there to make it bond a little bit better, and that should help us with that. And just put a little puddle on there, and we're going to solder that right to that puddle. Okay. Okay, this ground is grounded on the ground side of the cable, so everything is shielded all the way up to the top. So we should be in good shape there. Let me wipe this flux off of here, and then we'll go ahead and put a bead of solder in here, or a bead of glue to hold the shield in place, and that is going to work out real nice. So as you can see how I've got the shield here. So, and this is for the upgrade. We're doing an upgrade here. I moved some things around to give it more room. We were putting a lot of pressure on our C data connection and power supply connection here, and it's getting kind of kinked right there. So I decided to move the screen back a little way, so we've got a little better place to work right there, and give us more distance to connect the C connection. Okay, and like I said, the top is printing right now. It should be done here in another few hours, and we'll be ready to finish it all up. Okay, this is my original prototype, and this area here is for these cables to set in here when this Nano goes in there. It got these two little legs, or the connections that come out. It's set in there and screwed on. Wasn't good a good lid at all, cover. Then we went to this cover. I made it very rigid, and made the modifications. Added the Nano VNA. But it was also missing something. I moved the screen back here to give it some more space down here. When I moved it back, I forgot to cut away this part right here, and it wasn't right for what I needed. So we went to the drawing, and I drew this up like this, and you can see how the drawing is. I've got I moved the screen area from here up to there, and opened up some more space in here that I needed for connections and what have you. I think I got this one right where it needs to be, and I made, and the ledge, this area in between the ledge and the screen area is right at 2 millimeter, and so it's perfect all the way around. So, and you can see how I did that there too, the same way. So the ledge fits it just right. So we're good for the most part. So there it is. That's my new and improved cover, and hopefully it's gonna do everything I designed it to do. So we'll see. I also extended these legs, this edge right here. I extended them up because the screw will go in from the case, from the outer case into this plate here, and hold the lid down. It'll hold the cover down on the box. Here's the final project after it's completed, and you can see how things are. There's where the screws go in and hold the case down. You can see the side here, the C connector, of course the power switch. This plate where the opening was in top, this is actually, believe it or not, this is a ruler. It's a ruler that I've cut holes in and flipped it upside down. and it's perfect to hold the buttons and stuff in place. And then of course there's the outside, the actual 239s SOs, and then of course when you flip it on, it lights up here. The Nano VNA lights up, and it's powered up off the circuit. I'm going to show you that circuit here in just a minute. And this works great. And then of course you push your buttons, it brings up your menu, and this of course moves the menu down and up. Or if you get the menu gone, of course, then it'll move the cursor across from left to right. See how it moves there. Okay. The circuit here, this is the actual drawing, and this is the schematic I drew up for the 2N3904, which is an NPN transistor that just basically turns the LEDs on and off. In the schematic here, you can see all the junctions, the base, emitter, and collector. So when you flip the switch here on the side, it sends a 3-volt signal to the base junction on the transistor, and it causes connectivity for the collector to the emitter. And when that happens, of course, the LED gets its negative signal and then turns the LED on. The 10K ohm resistor is added as a bias, basically, because without that 10K ohm resistor, the circuit will not function, because they're actually two separate circuits, but it's using the 3-volt signal from the Nano to actually turn that junction on. And that's that there. And circuit's put basically on a small board, and it's connected inside the box on a two-sided tape pad that holds the circuit board to the inside of the box, and it served the purpose very well, and it works very well. So the battery pack here in the back that's built into the box actually is what powers up the LED, and this should last for years without any problem. The LED is very low current draw and should last quite a while. The top was kind of a challenge. I had to change the top design several times to get everything to work the way it's supposed to, but it turned out pretty good.